Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Down to Earth Astronomy. Today, I thought I would give you guys my thoughts on the latest announcement from Frontier about Elite Dangerous Horizon, the upcoming major content release. They announced it just 2 days ago at Gamescom, and they also announced some further information in the dev blog yesterday. And I thought I would go over what they announced and what I think it will do for the game player and for the game in general. So to start out, the main announcement in the Horizon update is of course the planetary landing. They say we will be able to land on planets, but only planets without an atmosphere. And I guess they're doing this because they want to test out the concept, make sure it works as intended, before they begin to develop the actual atmospheric re-entry model, because that's quite complicated. And I suspect when they allow us to land on planets with an atmosphere, that if you enter the planet too fast, you will gain heat on your ship, and you could overheat, taking heat damage. I mean, the whole mechanic for overheating is already in the game, so that should be fairly easy, but I guess they're starting with the atmospheric-less planet to make it easier for themselves and to test the concept. Now, there is some other features, but I'll go over them in a minute. Let's first look at the actual patch. You can pre-order it already, which I suggest you do. First of all, you save, I think it's £10, which is around 25% of the price, which is a pretty good deal if you're an already existing member and already have the current version of Elite. And furthermore, you will get this special one-time Cobra Mach 4 ship. Though we don't know a lot about the ship yet, from what I could find, it seems to be of course very similar to a Cobra Mark III, but with more hard points, and some say better hard point placement. So yeah, but I mean, it's hopefully, I assume it would be a bit better than the Cobra Mark III, and well, the Cobra is an enormously popular ship, so I guess that's another very good reason for pre-ordering. So if you already have Elite and you're interested in continue playing, I suggest you go in and pre-order the game, save yourself the 25% and get a free ship. Now, what's gonna be on the actual planets, on the actual surface? Well, they haven't given us any specifics, but here is what we know at the moment. They say we will be able to land anywhere on the planet. There will also be stations, so I assume you will get stations, much like you have the space stations. You will have stations with landing pads on the surface that allow you to do trading missions, that sort of stuff. You will have special scanners that allows you to search for signal sources on the surface of planets, and this could be crashed ships. You could scan for minerals, as far as I understand, for mining. And there will also be fortresses. They didn't go into much detail about these fortresses, but what they announced is there will be some fortresses that you can attack, and there will be an updated loot system, so you will be able to attack these fortresses and get some kind of loot, as far as I understand. How that's going to work exactly, I mean, I don't assume the game is going to be a first-person shooter, so I suspect it would be some kind of ship battle to take these fortresses. Which then raises the question, well, how is gravity going to work? All they've said about the gravity on the planet is that as you approach the planet, the gravity will slowly begin to take an effect on the ship. And this will require a new set of piloting skills. So what this means is this, of course, your ship will be dragged down by the planet, and I assume you cannot just stop in midair. You'll begin to fall. So you have to be careful when flying around. But I assume that flight assist, the ship's onboard flight assist computer, will be able to help you keep your ship afloat, or flying at least. Now, As I said, you can land anywhere on the planets and go explore and find hidden objects and crashed ships. And they also talked about some updated salvage system in the future. So I suspect this is going to be part of it. That you're going to go and get salvage from crashed ships on planets. And to help you explore the planets, they're adding what is called a surface reconnaissance vehicle, or SRV, which you can see in the trailer, which is basically a small buggy that you can zoom around the surface on and use that to explore areas which is inaccessible by ship, because of course you need a fairly flat area in order to actually land. What they said about this reconnaissance vehicle is it will have like a jetpack-ish feature that allows you to jump over obstacles. This could be canyons and other stuff like this. So I guess this is going to be great fun, and I'm really looking forward to zooming around the surface on one of these reconnaissance vehicles and discovering new places. Now, planetary landing is not the only thing in the announcement. And I'm going to read from the dev blog where they talk about what other features going to be in this update. And I quote: "This will include missions, player roles, and events in the galaxy, and other features we have not yet discussed." So, missions. They talked about missions quite a bit. They want to give missions an overhaul, which I understand because they really, really need it. I've spent the last week or two doing missions trying to get my Empire standing up to get access to all the Empire systems. And the mission system it's not very see-through. Sometimes you do donation missions and then some other Empire faction in the system suddenly don't like you because you gave money to another Empire faction and you get a negative rep with the Empire. And it's not very easy to get an overview of what you're doing. And I feel it's a little bit lucky if the mission is actually going to help you out or it's going to give you a negative rep. And they also talked about making long-range trading missions or hauling missions. So instead of you just having to jump to a system maybe 10 light years away, you would get missions that would make you fly maybe hundreds, 200s of light years to increase the diversity of these missions. And another thing which I think is a very, very major announcement that most have completely overlooked is they said they will increase a number of ships to 30. Currently we have 20 ships in the game, so that's an increase of 50%. That's 10 new ships. What kind of ships they're going to add? Well, I suspect, of course, we know one of them. That's going to be the Cobra Mark IV. That is included in the pre-order. But I also expect they will maybe expand with the new mission system, that they will expand on the passenger ship. We already have the Orca in the game, which is intended, as it seems, as a passenger ship. It says so in the description at least. But currently there is no passengers to move around. I mean, you have slaves and other humanoid cargo, but they just go in your cargo hold. So I assume that part of the mission overhaul is going to be passenger missions. And on the wiki, they already have pages for some of the new ships, including the Dolphin, which is also a passenger ship. So this is one of the things that I expect would come in the mission update. Other ships, I've seen talk about more faction aligned ships. Like right now we have the Imperial Clipper and another 2 Imperial ships, and we also have like the Federal job ships. And from what I understand, they're gonna make 2 new faction aligned ships for each faction, for the Federation and for the Empire. And they're each gonna get a smaller ship. And for instance, the Empire gonna get the Imperial Eagle, which is an Imperial version of the Eagle. But they're also gonna add a larger sized ship that's larger than the current largest one, which is the Clipper and the dropship. So I guess this would bring it up so you can actually keep progressing in your ranks for Empire to get ships maybe the size of maybe a Python or an Anaconda. Because again, this is another a bit odd part of the game at the moment. They have ranks. I think they have 15 ranks at least for Empire. I'm not sure about Federation. I'm an Empire kind of guy. They have 15 different ranks, but you only gain benefits up to rank 9, I think, where you when you get to the count rank, and you get access to the last of the Empire systems, which is rank 9. The last 6 rank doesn't really do anything for you, but I would expect that these ranks would be needed in order to unlock the new larger faction ships. So if you want to be prepared for that, maybe go out and grind some standing, so you can actually get one of these new ships once they arrive. This was my quick thoughts on the announcement and the updates. I really hope you enjoyed it. Give the video a like, subscribe, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the announcement in the comments down below. Until next time, well, have a good one.